Hello from the Crystal Pig Hunt Club. Chuck and Paul Zimmerman here.
Howdy, howdy.
We are riding in a Can-Am Defender XT on loan for our deer hunt this year. So as we actually are going to go over to, there's actually a little cemetery on this property, pick up some firewood, which we'll throw in the back there and take back to camp. Just want to kind of do a series of video clips about using the Defender. Paul's been the main driver for the vehicle here. Tell us a little bit about driving this here on what are some of them are kind of nice and some of them not so nice trails.
That might be an understatement. We got some pretty rough trails out here. We have some new fire trails that are in what we would call sugar sand that are a little bit iffy, let's just say. They're very smooth and nice, but some deep sand. So some of the things I've noticed while driving this Can-Am Defender this past week hunting have been that it's done everything I've asked for it to do. Plenty of power, it's relatively quiet. I think maybe the first thing I noticed was the fact that driving a lot of different UTVs and using them in rough country and test driving them, and I've found that when I have bumps coming, I tense up because I know that this bump is going to hurt my back. And in this Defender, I found myself tensing up, and then there was no jolt. So the suspension on this thing is fantastic. And now what I find is I'm a lot more relaxed driving. I know I'm about to hit a little pothole or some rough spot. I know it's not going to hurt because you don't even notice that you've gone over it. So that is what I would say sets this apart from any other UTV that I've spent a lot of time in it. The other thing I would say too is that I've been in some pretty rough spots, like I mentioned, in some deep sand. I don't even want to know how far away from camp I've been right at dark, thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to turn around in this spot? And if I can't make it, it's going to be a long walk back to camp. So what I have found is if I putting it into four-wheel drive, the Defender has come through every time and hasn't even struggled. So I've got a lot more confidence knowing that it's going to do whatever I ask of it to do. So the cargo bed is at the push of a button, lifts up and dumps what you got in it. Really like the cages that are in the back here. I don't know if you can see those in the video. Chuck, you might want to show those, but the cargo bed itself with those cages has been extremely handy to hunt out of. Things just don't fly out, and you've got stuff to tie to. It's just been a very well-designed, well-thought-out machine for hunting.
We'll have more coming up. We're about to stop and pick up some firewood, like I said, and head on back to camp before we go out for the afternoon hunt.